everyone. Welcome to News Extra. And just around the corner, we have Oktoberfest Revived coming up at the Scottsbluff County Fairgrounds October 19th. And I have Lanna, Hubbard, Fair Manager, with me, along with Ken Meyer from the Scottsbluff County Board of Commissioners. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
This is the fourth year, excuse me, that we are having the Oktoberfest Revived. Let's talk about the event itself coming up.
Okay.
Talk a little bit at first about the entertainment and what everybody can expect.
Well, the entertainment is Bob Schmear and the River Boys. Mm-hmm. They've been a Dutch hop band, have been together for decades, mm-hmm. literally. And they're our band of choice. They're a local band. Well, I shouldn't say local. Bob is from here, and I believe the rest of his band members live over in Colorado. Mm-hmm. And they come over, and that's the only band that we've ever had. And everybody loves them, and they do a great job. And they just they play the music that everybody loves, mm-hmm. which is why we bring them back every year. Sure.
And of course, one of the big attractions to this is the food, which you know, I remember Dutch hops in my youth. It used to happen actually fairly recent. It used to happen a lot as far as Dutch hops. Not quite so as common as these days, so the food isn't quite necessarily as available, but everything that people love about German food, it's going to be available, right?
Correct, yep. Cabbage burgers, Dienerkuchen, the dessert, butterballs, noodle soup, it's all garlic sausage, rye bread.
Yeah, it's the whole gamut of the Russian and German Russian mm-hmm. Type of food that people who grew up in this area got used to and really do love when it's available, because it's not always available.
The thing about it's always available, but you've got to go to somebody's house to get it.
Well, that's just it.
Yeah, you know, I have it at my house. Lanna has it at her house. Everybody cooks it at their own house, but to go somewhere and have it, mm-hmm. it's just not available.
Oh,
and that's what our deal is.
Yeah, and of course it's part of the German heritage that is part of Scottsbluff County and the Panhandle. And we'll be back on News Extra in just a moment, talk a little bit about the reviving of the Oktoberfest here in Scottsbluff County when we come back on News Extra. And we're back on News Extra. We're talking about Oktoberfest Revived, the fourth version of it at the Scottsbluff County Fairgrounds, which is coming up October 19th. I have Ken Meyer with me as well as Lanna Hubbard. Thank you again for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
You know, let's talk about the idea of reviving an annual event like this Oktoberfest. Where'd the idea come from?
A couple of us just got to talking, and you know, the other nationalities in town. You know, the Spanish people have their Cinco de Mayo. Mm-hmm. The Greeks have their festivals, and,
yep.
and we have a lot of Germans from Russia in this area. And as you mentioned earlier, years ago, there used to be a German wedding in this area almost weekly.
It seemed like it, yeah.
And you know, they had 1, 2, sometimes 3-day weddings,
mm-hmm.
and it just doesn't happen anymore.
Yep.
And being a German from Russia myself, my parents, I'm a first-generation German from Russia. Mm-hmm. We miss that, and what we're trying to do is keep that heritage alive, and. We don't want to compete with Sydney and their Oktoberfest mm-hmm. or Torrington or anything else, and we try to keep it as traditional as possible with the dance, the music, and the food. And that's what we decided to do. The first year we had it at the Elks, mm-hmm. and we outgrew that the first year.
Yeah, very quickly, yeah.
And bless their heart, the Ag Society and Lanna Hubbard stepped up and said, let's just have it up at the Fairgrounds.
Yeah.
And they have been an awesome partner since we started. They do so much for us. They have the facility and the personnel, and Lanna has been absolutely wonderful to work with, mm-hmm. and the whole Ag Society themselves, and they do a great job with us, and we serve about 650 people up there.
Correct.
Every year. We run out of tickets every year.
Yep. Oh,
and
yep.
It's been a very, very successful event. People look forward to it, and it's just been absolutely wonderful, and we're just trying to keep that tradition alive. I'm afraid when we're gone that
mm-hmm.
I don't know that our kids are going to carry it on. So
yeah.
that's our concern.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, it has proven to be very popular. I think for that very reason, that it doesn't happen as much as it used to in years
right.
gone by, 20, 30 years ago.
Exactly.
And so there is a uniqueness to it that actually makes it a very special event.
It is. Once in a while, you'll see an anniversary or something where somebody will have a Dutch hop, but an actual German wedding anymore, it just doesn't happen much anymore.
Sure. Now we are coming up to kind of a deadline. I mean, we're going to be a couple more weeks before the event itself, but there is a deadline as far as getting tickets.
That's
that
correct.
we need to talk about, and those need to be purchased by when?
Well, definitely till they're gone, but they're going fast.
They're going fast.
The end of the month.
Out. The end of the month, we're going to be done. We're going to be out. We run out every year.
Yep, we do.
People are scrambling for tickets.
Yeah.
So if you don't have your tickets, you've got to get a hold of Lanna at the Fairgrounds, 623-1828. We have the Platte Valley Bank. We've got our First State Bank. Or you can get a hold of Dean Camersdale over at J.G. Elliott. And I think maybe some of the members may have a few tickets left, but invariably, by the day this thing happens, people are scrambling to try to find tickets.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And here's the other thing: you've got to have a ticket. We're not going to have tickets at the door. You've got to have a ticket before you can get in.
And for a child also.
Sure.
That's
just
right.
Because the ladies are wonderful, wonderful cooks that prepare for this months ahead. They have a number that they're cooking for.
Sure.
And so if you do, your children can share off your plate, but if you want them to have their own plate, they will have to.
Every plate needs a ticket.
Yep.
Basically.
And that's understandable when you're cooking for 650 people. You're cooking for 650
and
people. It's not easy to put together.
This food is wonderful. Our goal was when you leave, we want people to think, gosh, this is just like Grandma used to make, and it is. It is awesome. It's wonderful, wonderful food.
An event to look forward to, Oktoberfest at the Scottsbluff County Fairgrounds, the 4th revision of it, if you will, coming up on the 19th of October. Ken, Lanna, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.